to developing news in the growing conflict in Iran. Take a look. The State Department is now warning Americans to leave more than a dozen countries in the Middle East due to serious safety risks.
Now, of course, that is easier said than done. Just look at the list of countries, including Iran, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Bahrain, Israel, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Syria, United Arab Emirates, and Yemen. But there are challenges getting out of the region with major airspace closures in effect.
New video tonight of police dispersing dozens of Iraqis protesting in support of Iran near Baghdad's Green Zone. Iraqi security forces fired tear gas at people who they say were trying to enter the Green Zone where the U.S. Embassy is located. It is one of the largest globally.
In Jordan tonight, the U.S. Embassy says all staff have temporarily departed the embassy compound in Amman due to a threat. All personnel were instructed to leave out of an abundance of caution. New video captured by the Associated Press tonight shows police guarding the street leading to the U.S. Embassy. And tonight, the Pentagon is now confirming 6 American service members have died after Iran attacked an operations center in Kuwait.
They say at least 18 more service members have been seriously wounded in this operation, and the U.S. now says it's sending more forces into the region. As Melissa Adon reports, missile alerts have also been sent across Israel, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Bahrain, and Kuwait.
Tonight, missile alerts activated across the Middle East. From Israel to the United Arab Emirates, U.S. and Saudi Arabian officials say the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh was attacked by 2 Iranian drones. Iran now involving at least 11 countries, including Cyprus, the first European nation to be attacked and home to an important UK airbase in the Mediterranean. The EU and NATO now forced to defend their facilities, but say they will not join in U.S. and Israeli operations in Iran. Massive explosions captured on video today in Tehran. Iran's National Security Council say it's prepared for a long war. And in the U.S., President Trump declaring the operation will go on for as long as needed.
We have the strongest and most powerful by far military in the world, and we will easily prevail.
The Gang of 8, a bipartisan group of members of Congress, briefed today. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says the meeting raised more questions than answers. House Speaker Mike Johnson calling the attack on Iran a defensive operation. Earlier, Secretary of State Marco Rubio addressing the situation, saying this operation needed to happen.
We hope that the Iranian people can overthrow this government and establish a new future for that country. We would love for that to be possible. But the objective of this mission is the destruction of their ballistic missile capabilities and of their naval capabilities.
Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
This is video tonight as the death toll is rising in Iran. We have been working to get you more information about this horrible story. We do know that several lives have been lost in this case, we're told, as well as children are impacted in this terrible incident. Now, keep in mind, we have seen video from across the region today. We do know that the U.S. Embassy is working to try and get information out to individuals who may have been impacted. The conflict has claimed the lives of several hundred people in Iran, according to the Red Crescent Society. There are reports from Iran about the death of possibly dozens of children.
At a United Nations meeting on children and education led by First Lady Melania Trump, she did not explicitly mention strikes in Iran, but offered condolences.
I hope soon peace will be yours.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the U.S. would never deliberately target a school.
Protests against military actions in Iran were held across the nation tonight, from San Francisco to Chicago, Boston, and New York City.
A new CNN poll finds nearly 6 in 10 Americans disapprove of the U.S. decision to take military action in Iran, as most say a long-term military conflict between the two countries is likely.
ABC 10's Nazi Javid was at a protest tonight in Sacramento.
Yeah, organizers with the Party for Socialism and Liberation say they want people to take to the streets. They're calling for emergency protests against any conflict with Iran.
I'm half Iranian, and we were really horrified to see the recent attacks on Iran. My family always believes that change has to come from within.
Anti-war demonstrations were held in cities across the country Monday, including here in Sacramento at 16th and Broadway.
Trump is invading yet another country without permission from Congress or from the people. It's illegal and it should not be happening.
After the U.S. and Israel struck Iran, the country and its allies have been retaliating across the region.
I think that the U.S. military involvement, and this is from somebody that actually served in the military, is not appropriate at this time.
Causing people here to share their concerns.
I love America very much, and I do not care for the direction the Republican Party is taking us.
Other countries have the right to sovereignty, and the U.S. intervention really only seeks to benefit the ruling class here, which continues our oppression as working class people.
These protesters say the escalating attacks raise concerns that it could become a prolonged conflict with global consequences.
If the Iranian people wanted to overthrow their own government, they can do it themselves. It's not the best use of our tax dollars to send the working class Americans to go die in wars for oil.
I think we should just focus on making the United States a better place rather than trying to fix other places.
Others support U.S. action in Iran.
I'm safe, but some people might not be safe because they've probably grew up in a bad environment, or people are just constantly dying that are close to them.
I think we're safe. I know people, they said something about we lost soldiers, but I really think we're safe. I believe in Trump. I do.
Despite soldiers' casualties, President Trump defends the strikes as necessary for national security.
In their memory, we continue this mission with ferocious, unyielding resolve to crush the threat this terrorist regime poses to the American people, and a threat indeed it is.
In Sacramento, Nazi Javid, ABC 10.
And tonight, it's also too early to know just how the fighting could impact gas prices.
But they are expected to go up, but not known how much. Take a look. A price being watched is the price for crude oil. That's a main ingredient in the gasoline we use in cars, jet fuel, and diesel. About 20% of the whole world's oil supply is transported through a narrow waterway next to Iran. It's called the Strait of Hormuz. Some shipping companies are reassessing routes amid safety concerns. People are filling up their tanks now before prices go up.
Our coverage does not end here. ABC News will have a special edition of Nightline tonight after Jimmy Kimmel Live, covering the latest developments in the growing conflict.